The first story involves a website that took the internet by storm in 2016, called Besa Mafia. At the time, if you used the Tor browser to access this site, you'd find a surprisingly professional interface. It wasn't scary or edgy. It had clear categories, a service price list, and even an frequently asked questions section. Besa Mafia claimed to be a branch of the Albanian Mafia, specializing in dispute resolution, a euphemism for assassination. Their price list was specific: $5,000 for a beating, $10,000 to $20,000 for a murder, depending on the target's profile. They required payment entirely in Bitcoin to ensure anonymity. Many believe this was ironclad proof that the dark web was the most ruthless place on Earth. But the truth began to emerge when a security researcher known as Chris Montero decided to hack the site. Upon breaching Besa Mafia's database, Chris discovered a ridiculous reality. The site had never carried out a single hit. Every video of hitmen training or attack footage was staged or edited from old news clips. It was a massive scam designed to steal crypto from the naive. But you know what's truly disturbing? Chris Montero didn't just find financial data. He found thousands of customer chats and emails. This is where the truth gets ugly. In those leaked files were the names and details of thousands of ordinary people. Take a look at this chat log visual, blurred screenshot of a chat. One man sent a photo of his wife, her workplace address, and her daily childcare schedule. He messaged the fake hitman, "I want her gone by Friday night. Make it look like a robbery gone wrong or a car accident. I need the insurance money to pay off my debts." In another case, a high school student in the US, frustrated by a bully, saved up Bitcoin to request that his classmates' legs be broken. The terrifying truth is this: even though the hitmen were fake, the intent was 100% real. These people provided real names, real photos, and real addresses of their loved ones to a stranger online, fully hoping they would die. It shows a naked truth. Evil isn't some faraway thing on the dark web. It's sitting in the extreme thoughts of the people around us, waiting for a moment when they believe they can kill without ever being caught. The second photo I want you to see is of a young man who looks quite scholarly, Ross Ulbricht. If you met Ross in 2011, you'd see a guy who loved nature, enjoyed reading libertarian economics, and always had a friendly smile. Ross had a grand vision. He wanted to create a marketplace where people could buy and sell anything without government control. And so, the Silk Road was born. Ross took the alias Dread Pirate Roberts, DPR, a legendary character from film. On the Silk Road forums, DPR was worshipped as a savior, a warrior for personal freedom. The Silk Road quickly became a billion-dollar empire, where you could buy anything from drugs and fake passports to weapons. But when you hold too much power and money, morality is the first thing to crumble. The disturbing truth began when an anonymous user named Friendly Chemist tried to blackmail Ross. He threatened to leak the names and addresses of thousands of Silk Road customers unless Ross paid him $500,000. Instead of negotiating, the freedom fighter Ross Ulbricht made a cold-blooded decision. In secret chats later seized by the FBI, Ross hired a hitman for $150,000 to eliminate Friendly Chemist. Ross wrote, "I want this guy dealt with to protect our community." What Ross didn't know was that the hitman he hired was actually an undercover FBI agent. The police staged a crime scene, took a photo of a bloody body, and sent it to Ross. When Ross saw that photo, he wasn't scared or remorseful. He paid quickly and replied with a sentence that chilled investigators. "I'm a bit nervous since it's my first time, but I know I have to do this to maintain order." Ross went on to order 5 more hits on people he considered threats. In total, he spent over $700,000 on death contracts. The day Ross was arrested in a public library in San Francisco, police found him logged into the Silk Road administrative panel. Behind the mask of an intellectual, Ross had let the darkness of power corrupt him to the point where human lives were just numbers on a screen. He is currently serving a life sentence without parole, a heavy price for an ideal twisted by the dark web. The final story today is perhaps the most morally chilling and controversial of all. It involves a site called Playpen. Playpen didn't sell drugs or guns. It contained the worst, most sick content involving children that any normal person wouldn't even dare to look at. In 2015, Playpen had over 200,000 registered users, making it the largest criminal ring of its kind on the dark web. The FBI located the Playpen server in Florida. Normally, police would raid the place, seize the server, and shut down the site immediately to stop the spread of that horrific content. But they did something that shocked the entire tech world. The FBI secretly took control of Playpen, but they kept the site running. For 13 consecutive days, the US government's own servers operated this dark website. Why would they do this? The answer: they turned it into a massive honeypot. The FBI installed a type of malware called a NIT, Network Investigative Technique, on the server. Anyone who accessed Playpen during those 13 days, even if they used the anonymous Tor network, would have their computer infected. The malware would automatically send their real IP address, computer name, and geographic location straight to FBI headquarters. The result? Over 1,000 criminals worldwide were arrested, including teachers, doctors, and even government officials. But the disturbing truth lies in the ethical question. For 13 days, to catch criminals, the government allowed thousands of downloads and views of the victims' horrific images. They let evil continue to happen in exchange for a massive haul.